What's up, YouTubers? This is the Animation at 27 back with you in a video, and today I will be talking about the Disney Renaissance. Yes, the most popular era of Disney. I am finally talking about it. Now let's get started. Now, of course, we all know the Disney Renaissance, which started from 1989 to 1999, running for literally a decade. Yeah, the Disney Renaissance went on for an entire decade, running from 1989 to 10 years later, to ending in 10 years later in 1999, running for an entire decade. It's pretty much the most popular era of Disney. Whenever people talk about Disney eras, they will most likely talk about the Disney Renaissance, and we all know that because the Disney Renaissance was a popular era. So let's mention down the movies that came out in the Renaissance. Now, I really love the Renaissance, and four of my favorite Disney films came out in that era. So let's talk about them. Now, I'm not going to go in order. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go in different places. So here we go. Well, one Disney Renaissance movie we had was The Rescuers Down Under, which was the first ever theatrical Disney sequel. Now, this was a big thing because Disney had never done a sequel to one of their films. Mostly they had original movies, but this was their first time actually bringing one of their characters back for another movie. Personally, I think I love The Rescuers Down Under. Now, I remember when I first saw it years ago at school as a kid, and I loved it. I thought it was a good movie. And of course, I did finally see the first movie, which I thought was really, really good. So, which one's better? Well, I equally think both of them are good. Now, of course, the Rescuers Down Under will be turning 30 years old next year in 2020. So I can't wait to watch it again for that time. But yeah, I personally love The Rescuers Down Under. It was a great start to Disney doing sequels. A great, great start. So I think it was a great start for Disney for sequels. Then, of course, we had Tarzan, which was the final movie of the Renaissance, the one that ended it off 20 years ago. Yeah, it's been 20 years since Tarzan came out in theaters. Hard to believe 20 years ago it came out. But yeah, it was a good movie. My mom especially loves Tarzan. She loves it. She loves that song. Now, of course, Tarzan was like Jungle Book and another Disney Renaissance movie that I won't name right now, where they all take place in a jungle. In fact, they had a Disney on Ice show called Disney's Three Jungle Adventures, which I'm sad I never got to see because it ended before I was born, so I'm sad I never got to see it. If they bring it back, I would love to see that. That would be great. But yeah, Tarzan's a good movie. It has good songs. It was also the second Disney Renaissance film to not be a musical after Rescuers Down Under. We did have songs, but none of the characters sung them. Well, except for that Trash in the Camp song, which had Turk and the Gorilla singing that. But other than that, that was it. And of course, Kyla sung a little bit of the You'll Be in My Heart, but that was it. But yeah, Tarzan overall is a good movie, really good film, really good. And it's a classic film that I had grown up with over the years, and I personally love it. Then of course we got Mulan. Now, Mulan's become very popular. Everywhere you go, people talk about Mulan as one of the best Disney films of all time. They loved that it had a female protagonist that could kick butt, and it had a funny side characters and great action. Now, of course, we are getting that remake next year in 2020, which I'll probably see, even though I'm not a fan of the Disney remakes. But yeah, I'll still see the Mulan remake. But yeah, the 2020, so yeah, Mulan is a great movie. I like how it had a female protagonist who could kick butt. Like, really, it was a great action-packed movie. Mulan is very action-packed, and it's not afraid to get a little dark. They are not afraid to show a little bit of death for a kids' film from the 90s. But yeah, it's a very good movie. Very good. Definitely should check it out. It's a fun adventure and it has fun characters. Then, of course, we got Hercules. Hero to Zero. Hercules is like a love movie. Everywhere you go, people talk about Hercules. They love the songs and stuff. They love the characters. My family, of course, loves Hercules. They freaking love that movie. Especially my sister and my cousins who love it to death. I love it too. I think it's a very good movie. It had great cast of characters from Herc, Hades, Phil and Megara, Pegasus, Pain and Panic, and many more. The standout, of course, is Hades, played by James Woods from Family Guy. He was funny as the villain Hades. He was very, 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 very hilarious as Hades. And the animation is really great for Disney. It's a really great animation style. I really, really like the animation style. It's really, really awesome. Then of course we got the Hunchback of Notre Dame, one of the darkest Disney movies, and I can't agree anymore. The film has themes of religion, sex, and lust. And it's one of the rare Disney films where the main protagonist doesn't get the girl. Spoiler alerts for those who haven't seen Notre Dame. Quasimodo does not get Esmeralda. She ends up falling in love with Phoebus, which is kind of dark because it was one of the rare times we saw a Disney protagonist who doesn't get the female. And I kind of felt bad. I'm sorry, I felt bad for Quasimodo. I felt like he deserved Esmeralda. I felt like he deserved that. He did get a girlfriend in the sequel, but yeah, I wish he got Esmeralda. Phoebus is alright. He's good. But of course we have Frollo, one of the darkest Disney villains and stuff. He's like one of the dark villains, man. Of course his song, Hellfire, Hellfire. That song is awesome, man. It is awesome. The gargoyles are fun. I actually like them. I know some people hated them, but I found them funny. And the animation is good. The songs are good. And it's a great movie. Really great Disney film. A really great movie. It's like a really good film. Really good. I love the characters. Next up, we got Pocahontas and stuff, which is usually the most hated of the Disney Renaissance films. Like, out of all the films from the Disney Renaissance, a lot of people seem to not like Pocahontas the most. Even though I personally like Pocahontas, I find it to be a great film. Especially during Thanksgiving with the whole Native Americans and English settlers things, even though it doesn't take place during Thanksgiving. I like to always watch it during the Thanksgiving season. It has that fall-like feeling to me. But, I mean, you have the whole Native American, as I said before, the Native Americans and English settlers. So it's a definite movie I watch during Thanksgiving. But I love Pocahontas. It's got great songs, great characters, great animation. It's a really good movie. I don't know how Disney's going to do a live-action remake of that, because I don't know if there are any Native American people still out in the world. There's probably some, and I know one, but I don't know if there's any other Native American people out there, so I don't know if they're ever going to do a live-action Pocahontas. I don't know if they are, but you know they probably will. In a couple years, Disney's going to be like, hey, let's remake Pocahontas, people. Come on, let's remake Pocahontas. So yeah, I can see that happening. But anyway, that's Pocahontas. Now we're getting to the big four Renaissance films, the ones that I love the most. Starting off with Aladdin. Aladdin is hilarious. From the characters like Genie and Iago to Jafar to Abu to Jasmine to Aladdin and many more. The characters are wonderful and hilarious and are greatly voiced, especially Genie and Iago, played by Gilbert Gottfried, and the late/great Robin Williams, who passed away 5 years ago. May he rest in peace. I miss that man so much. I wish I had met him before he passed away. But he was great as Genie. The songs are good. We all remember them. Whole New World. And of course, One Jump Ahead, Prince Ali, Arabian Nights. And of course, You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. No, Friend Like Me. That was a good song. That's my favorite song from the movie. That's a classic. And it's a great movie. It was also that film that started that trend of celebrities in animated films. Even though before Aladdin, there were animated movies that featured celebrities. Jungle Book had Phil Harris and Louis Prima. Oliver and Company had Billy Joel, Cheech Marin, and Bette Miller. And Pinocchio had a bunch of celebrities like Ed Clifford and stuff. But yeah, there were animated movies that featured celebrities back in the old days. Like Fox and the Hound had Mickey Rooney and Kurt Russell and Jack Albertson and Pat Bertram. Great Mouse Detective featured Vincent Price. So yeah, there were animated films before that had celebrity voice actors, but they were never usually the center of the advertisement. But then Aladdin came and started advertising Robin Williams as the genie. Even though he actually didn't want that, that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, Aladdin is still a good movie. Really good and stuff. It has great songs and great humor. Next up, we got Beauty and the Beast, the first ever animated film to be nominated for Best Picture. Unfortunately, it lost to Silence of the Lamb. Although I always like to imagine in an alternate reality, Beauty and the Beast actually beat it Silence of the Lamb for the Best Picture award. Like in an alternate reality, Beauty and the Beast actually won the Best Picture award. How crazy would have that been if they actually won it? That would have been awesome. But Beauty and the Beast, but Silence of the Lamb is good. Even though I've never seen that movie, but Beauty and the Beast is awesome. It is a classic film. The romance is perfect. It's sort of like Shrek. In fact, Beauty and the Beast was the 90s version of Shrek. The whole human character falling in love with an ugly monster and stuff, with a twist that the monster is actually a human and stuff. It was pretty much like Shrek, but a lot more mature and stuff. But yeah, but I still love Shrek. Shrek is still good. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast is awesome. It's a classic. The songs are good, especially Be Our Guest, Be Our Guest, Be Our Guest, Be Our Guest. That song is good. Gaston's song, Belle's song, and the other songs are really great, especially the Beauty and the Beast song itself. The animation is great, the characters are great, like Lumiere, Cogsworth, Belle, Beast, Mrs. Potts, Chip, Gaston, LeFou, and Maurice, and Fifi, and the wardrobe. They're all great characters and stuff. They're really good and stuff. It's a really good movie that I highly recommend watching, even if you have never seen it, which is weird because it's a popular film. But anyway, yeah. Then of course we got The Little Mermaid, which came out which is the first film of the Renaissance, coming out in 1989. Yeah, this year's the 30-year anniversary of The Little Mermaid. It turned 30 years old a week ago or so, on November 17th, the same day as All Dogs Go to Heaven's 30th anniversary. But yeah, I can't believe it's just been 3 decades since this wonderful movie's come out. And Little Mermaid's a classic. The songs are great. Poor Unfortunate Souls and Under the Sea are definitely my favorites. Like, Poor Unfortunate Souls. Go ahead, make your choice. And of course, Under the Sea. Under the Sea. Black and water in season so perfectly. Sorry, I got that from an SML video. I'm sorry. That was funny. That was funny. But yeah, the characters are good. Ariel is one of the fine-looking princesses. Like, god damn, she looked fine-looking. Sebastian's funny. Flounder's cute. Scuttle's hilarious. Ursula's scary. Tran is awesome. Eric is good. Max is cute. Overall, the characters are really great and memorable. And I'm wondering how the live-action remake is gonna be and stuff. So yeah, happy 30th anniversary, Little Mermaid. May we enjoy another 30 years with you. But yeah, Little Mermaid is definitely a classic film that anyone can watch and love. But yeah, that's Little Mermaid. And now we're getting into my all-time favorite film from the Renaissance, and I think you know what it is. It's the Lion King. Lion King. Yeah, it's The Lion King. Of course, my favorite film from the Renaissance has to be The Lion King. That film is so freaking awesome. The characters are great. Simba's a great protagonist. Timon and Pumbaa are funny sidekicks. Scar and the hyenas are some of the best Disney villains out there. In fact, Scar's probably my second favorite Disney villain, with my number one being Shere Khan and stuff. The characters are great. The music is great, especially Hakuna Matata, Just Can't Wait to Be King, and Be Prepared, which are definitely my favorite songs from the soundtrack. Hakuna Matata, hey, hey. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Be prepared for the cool of the century. Be prepared for the murkulous sun. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. And of course, can you feel the love tonight? That's a good song as well. But yeah, the animation is good. The comedy is hilarious. The comedy in Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast was hilarious as well. I forgot to mention that. And the other Renaissance films as well had good humor. But yeah, Lion King is definitely a great Disney film. Really great, a great movie. One of my favorite films of all time. Like right up there with the Shrek movies and stuff. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's one of those movies that I had a blast with as a kid. So yeah, it's definitely one of those movies I had a blast with as a child. And it never stops to amuse me. I've grown up with the show, and I'll watch it long after it's popular as gone. You know, it's still popular. It's still popular. But yeah, Lion King is great. But yeah, Lion King, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin are definitely my favorites from the Renaissance. Yeah, they're the big four, but definitely are my favorites from the bunch. I've had the fondest memory with those films. I love the characters. The other films are great too, but the main four, fine. But anyway, that's it for my Disney Renaissance videos, and I want to know in the comments, what is your favorite film from the Renaissance? And for all those of you out there, I hope you have a happy, happy Thanksgiving. I know I will. See you later, folks.